It's no thanks, we're good.
It's no thanks, we're good.
Hey, do you want this?
No thanks. We're good. All right, that's our new theme song. Welcome back to No Thanks, We're Good.
And we're here with our
the lovely
first guest
ever in No Thanks, We're Good history.
No, this is a big day.
Genuinely so
huge.
honored.
It's huge.
Wait, you didn't? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Jackie Nichols.
I don't think I want
Jackie Nichols. First guest on the
on the podcast.
You guys
Jackie
gotta work on.
Nichols.
You guys gotta work on like syncing up a little bit with that. Love it, and it's lovely, and I really like that.
Let's start the episode out with like a fun improv game.
Oh, okay, fun.
So how it works is like you're gonna be someone who's joining a party, and you don't know who you are.
Okay. Wait, this makes me so nervous.
And we know who you are, and you have to guess who you are based on
Our behavior.
What
we say.
So,
this is
not
so
to make
fun.
you feel left out in the group chat, but someone texts who they think that Jackie should be.
Decide.
Wait, so am I just coming in like just being myself?
Yeah, and you'll just
Yeah.
have to guess, and it'll be someone famous.
Okay.
Oh, I
Jackie,
know.
what
I
are,
know.
like
Go.
what's Jackie into? Pop culture wise.
Sleeping with a random dude.
Yeah, so.
Being kind of a slut.
Yeah.
Being a bit of a
What
slag.
about this one, guys?
Perfect.
She's Casey Anthony.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a famous person.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Come on in. Who? Coming.
That's the party music.
Hey
wow,
guys,
it's
one
like a
second.
DJ.
I gotta get the door.
Hey,
Hi.
guys. Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
We haven't seen you in a while.
Genevieve, get
Yeah,
the kids.
are you
Genevieve,
right?
get the kids.
Yeah.
Get the
Okay.
kids.
Yeah. Children.
Keep them away from the
No,
swimming pool.
keep the
Get in the
children out. Keep the children
Yeah.
out.
How
I
you-
feel like
how you
I
been?
want the children.
How you been? I saw that you're active on
Yeah.
TikTok.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw that you were doing that. That was cool.
I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of TikToks recently.
You
I've
have
been
been doing
following and
TikToks,
liking and
yeah.
subscribing.
It's just been a while. You've been kind of out of the limelight for a while, and now you're kind of coming back, which I think is, interesting.
Oh, and remind me where I was that whole time.
Oh, well, a lot of people don't know where you were for a certain period of time.
Yeah,
and something.
for about there
it
was
was like
a
30
lot
days?
of missing
Yeah.
time with you.
Yeah,
There was a lot of missing time.
things got lost and
Yeah.
misplaced,
A
and
few
maybe went
things
missing.
got lost.
And
Listen, do you want to drink, or maybe can you not drink?
yeah.
Oh, I feel like I can drink, but the way you're asking that.
Oh,
that makes me
good.
feel like-
Okay.
Should I
so,
good to
so
hear?
you
That's
still
good
you
to
still
hear.
enjoy the party
So
life?
you still like partying?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love the party life.
Yeah,
Classic
no, we can. You have not
Classic
changed. You have not changed.
You have
Yeah.
not
No, you have
changed.
not.
This is in.
Have you met anyone? Have you like been
Yeah.
dating?
So many people.
Oh, wow.
I feel as though.
And your past isn't an issue for anyone, right?
No. I feel like they definitely is it P Diddy?
No.
Okay. Wait, I feel like I should know who this is.
This is good. This is
You've
good.
been like posting online. Like you've been like
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
did you guys
active.
enjoy like the nice weather over the weekend? Did anyone go like swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Are you still have that pool?
I still have the pool.
yeah. What about that
Oh.
car?
You still have that car?
Oh, and O.J. Simpson, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. So
No,
he is
ghosts,
dead.
Yeah.
ghosts aren't off the table though. As part of this game.
Wait, guys.
Don't what?
Why can I
Ghosts
not-
aren't off the table as part of this game.
Oh,
I guess
really?
so,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
No,
That's right.
I've been loving my pool. I've been loving partying.
Yeah. What about
Been really drinking.
What about digging holes in the sides of roads? Are you still doing that?
I have been getting back into that.
Yeah.
I took a brief break,
Okay.
but I have been enjoying digging the holes in the side of the road
Yeah. In Florida.
in
I
Florida.
have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have an IUD? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm a woman.
Yeah. You're a woman. Yeah, you're a woman.
I just kind of wanted to make sure that like
Yeah.
there was no accidents that
There
could
was
happen.
no. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we don't want any repeats. Of, Yeah.
Oh. Casey Anthony.
Yes. Good
I don't know,
job.
but she was so active on TikTok.
She started
posted on
posting.
TikTok.
Yeah.
She's doing like vlogs.
I think she only did
good
one,
for
but she's
her.
back.
She's
she got
doing
the
vlogs.
handle.
Yeah. We're
A
happy
fellow
for
vlogger.
her. We're
Happy.
really pro like any internet content.
We are honestly,
Brand deals.
forgive and forget.
Forgive and forget. I'm
I don't
happy
know.
that she's getting back into the digging the holes on the side of the road.
You know,
and all
content's hard, and it's hard for anyone, especially
we
people.
have to support, especially as women. We have to
Yeah,
support each other.
gotta support each other.
She certainly has found her niche, though.
She has found her niche.
Yeah, no one else is doing what she's doing, which
No.
is murdering her children.
Yeah, that's right.
When it comes to
Why?
murdering your
Because
children,
She's the only one doing it.
In a lot of ways,
she
she
leaning
is.
in?
She is the greatest true crime influencer there is right now. If you think
she
about it.
is.
That's
yeah.
so true.
OJ could have been.
Well, OJ would make. I don't know if before he died, he was making like golf videos.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be like, "Hey, Twitter world,
it's kind
it's
of like
OJ." And
foreplay
like,
should be so lucky.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right. They should have had him
literally.
on.
Yeah.
while they had the chance.
Yeah.
Gabby Petito's boyfriend could have been, but then he killed himself.
Yeah.
Okay, Gabby Petito actually has like a special place in my heart because we were at a comedy show and I was like, oh yeah, we've met before. And he was like, are you, it was when Gabby Petito was like popping off over TikTok.
Yeah.
And we had met before. And
By the way, wait, popping off means missing. Caroline watched Gabby Petito pop off and she went, ugh, how's she getting so much engagement?
so many fucking
She's
views.
missing.
no, when Gabby Petito was missing.
I was
Isn't
like, I
popping
should
off.
try doing that.
Yeah. Just jealous. Every post is about this girl. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, no, Chris
She's
was like,
trending.
Do you want to murder me in the woods?
Yeah.
no, Chris was
So
like, have
funny.
you seen this Gabby Petito? Like,
That's right. I forgot
and
about
he like
that.
used it to like talk, and then he like was like texting me Gabby Petito videos.
I forgot about that.
And we became like friends over Gabby
Over
Petito.
yeah, I forgot. The death
Yeah.
of one
One
person led to the birth,
Birth of another.
of
Yeah.
another, you know.
Today's April Fool's Day, and I wanted
right.
to release like some kind of animal in the office and just see what happens.
That's awesome.
And I was kind of considering like what's the best one, and I feel as though a turtle is like pretty non-menacing. It's not gonna like really wreak
Yeah.
havoc. Like you release a rat in here, that's kind of crazy.
No, that's a problem.
There's already
Yeah.
rats in
People
here.
might not
They're gonna
notice.
start mating. Like people might not notice. People
Yeah.
would literally just be
Like,
like,
is that
"Oh,
turtle?
that's
Like,
fucking
all
yeah."
right.
Rats are cute,
You're very afraid of
What?
rats.
but it's the tails. I don't like the tails.
I'm like not bothered by rats at all. Like if there was one on me, I wouldn't
If
be
a
happy
rat had a
about
cute
it.
tail, we'd be petting.
If
it.
a
Well,
rat had
yeah.
a furry tail like a raccoon or something,
But that's a mouse. So that's a mouse.
Yeah.
Like mice are cute.
mice are cute because they're small, but rats are fucking.
Yeah.
They're meaty.
They're kind of like they got.
And they don't
big-
give a
big
fuck.
bottoms.
No.
They
like,
don't
walk-
give a.
They
fuck.
walk right. They'll like walk into you and be like, "Watch where you going." Like they'll
Yeah.
they'll bring a cigarette out of their mouth.
Yeah, but if it's a turtle, it's kind of like it's not causing alarm, but people are definitely like, "That's crazy." But it
Yeah.
wouldn't be anything like too out of hand.
I
Yeah.
guess my worry is that someone would step on it.
Yeah.
My worries that someone
No,
would
I
step
think
on
we'd
it.
just keep it. We'd get a little home for it.
Yeah.
And then it
Chicago
would be the
office has
Barstool office pet.
Yeah, Chicago
Yeah.
office has a turtle.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Barstool doesn't have like a office dog or something. I feel like this company would have something like that.
Yeah, but no
well,
one would
wouldn't
remember
it
to
stay
feed it.
overnight.
Yes.
That'd be bad.
I don't know. Someone would take it home. I guess
We
I
could.
don't know.
Well, I think we had like a fish at one point.
a fish.
Yeah, or part of my take had a fish or something.
Okay. And
Maybe
what
we should get a
happened?
fish.
Yeah.
Oh my
for
God,
this
yeah.
show. We know one time.
The once a week show with no studio.
Yeah. Okay. One time. You guys ever do Secret Santa, like with your friend group?
Yeah,
So one year there was.
Jackie actually hosted
And
the
I
Secret
hope-
Santa.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do?
it's not a big thing. Just a little something I did.
Do you dress up as Santa?
No.
Gotta
You
commit.
should next
Gotta
year.
commit.
This is actually. I don't know if you were on Fishbowl the day that. Do you guys foresee yourself ever being in a full Santa costume at some point in your future?
I have been.
No, but in the future, like starting right now, like I don't see a world in which I would ever need to dress up as Santa.
Yeah, I guess I don't see a world where I would have to dress up as Santa either.
Yeah, right.
We're women.
I feel like I would have to definitely dress up as Santa at some point.
I could see that in your
Yeah,
your
but is it just
future.
because it's you guys are women and I'm a man? I feel like it'd be funny if a woman dressed as Santa.
because we're women.
Would I ever have
Yeah.
to dress up as Santa? Have you seen the videos of like the Grinch coming and stealing the kids'
Would you
presents
do
and
that?
the kids free? How do you feel about that? Do you think that is child abuse?
Yeah, I think that it leaves. No, I don't think it's child abuse. I think it's really fucking funny, and I think it's like also I like the idea of Santa being like shaping the kids up around Christmas time. Just being
Yeah.
like, Santa's not gonna get you your fucking presents, and then if you take the Grinch and like they see that, that's gonna like never want to act up again, and I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do like the idea of like Santa being like the bad guy.
I like those videos because for some reason the person always dressed as Grinch is so aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen him like lift kids up and throw them across the room and like break stuff. Like it's never like, oh, he's gonna take your presents. It's always like aggressive breaking and entering.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
things are getting messed up in the house, but it is funny, you know.
What do you mean Santa's the bad? Santa
Well,
being the bad
she
guy?
didn't really grow up believing in Santa.
I didn't grow up believing in Santa.
What?
Yeah.
I
Is it
never
a
believed in
religious
Santa.
thing?
Yeah, I think my parents were just like, we're not gonna give this like old guy. I remember
By
like
the way, I kind of agree with because like if I'm a parent
Yeah,
and
if
I
I'm-
fucking spend my hard-earned money on your stupid gifts, and you're like, thanks,
Yeah.
Santa. I'm like, no, it was me. It
Yeah,
was fucking
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I
Thank
understand
me.
that. I understand that. But then my brother-in-law was like saying believing in Santa is like the. Did you believe in Santa?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, how did you guys figure out that Santa didn't exist?
Well, my brother-in-law was
Ella
like believing
Park.
in Santa was so fun because it's like all the magic.
It was.
And I remember being at gymnastics because I did gymnastics when I was younger and talking to this girl and like we're talking about what we got for Christmas and she was and Santa gave me this and I was like, Santa gave you what? And I literally was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. This girl doesn't know.
And you were like 4.
Yeah, I was like this
You're
dumb
like this dumb
fucking
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah.
Did
Believes
you
in
spill
Santa.
it? Were you one of those who spilled it?
No, because like everyone I
was kind
that was
of like-
homeschooled. So
yeah,
there's like
she-
no one. I guess there was girls in gymnastics, but I didn't say anything. I don't think.
Yeah.
I remember Ella Park told me, and then the next
Fuck
yeah,
her.
yeah. And I said, don't bleep any of the names. That was first name, last
Yeah.
name. Fuck her.
Nice.
And then the next, and I was like, no, I was in denial. I was like, Ella doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And then like, Santa gave me like a pocket knife for some reason,
Oh.
and I was
Oh.
like,
Okay.
What age?
Santa kind of knew
Santa
your
gave you a
vibe.
pocket knife
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
name
yeah.
and address.
Yeah.
yeah,
Kill
and I
this
was just
person.
like, this doesn't feel very Santa like jolly of him. And then like, there was something else that he got, and like I forget why. My dad was just going through like a gadgety year, I guess, and he wanted to like really
He was going through a weapons here.
yeah, like a weapons year.
like
and,
a pack of
my sister
cigarettes.
got like a mini sword, and I was just like, this feels like not really.
A dagger.
And then it was just like kind of like I started to be. It was a continual like slow realization. But that's how I came up. But you
You're
really
like,
did
these
kinda
aren't the
miss out.
gifts of Santa. These are the gifts of like a dad who's obsessed
Who's
with.
like going through like some kind of like,
Yeah.
like whatever. He does that every few years. Like during COVID, he kept ordering swords to the house. My mom had to be like, "You're cut off from the fucking Amazon account."
How many different swords are there on Amazon?
So a lot turns out.
Are they
He
allowed
started
to
with
do that?
knives.
What? Is Amazon allowed to sell weapons?
Mm-hmm.
They can sell a lot of stuff. I bought a fake bomb on Amazon.
Well, they sell knives.
Yeah.
They sell knives, and
I guess
that's
that's
essentially
true.
just a sword. Is just like it started with
mini
knives, and
knife.
then like as the pandemic kept going on, it just got bigger and bigger. Then you
Yeah.
just started buying. Like,
Was
swords.
was it like because he's like COVID's here and like there's gonna be
No, it was
wasn't
not
like
like
a defensive
doomsday.
thing?
No, it was not
Okay.
doomsday. It was just like he just kind of got
Just
bored
got into
and then
swords.
just kind of got into swords. It was like
Nice.
there was no, you know.
Would you guys
I
ever
need
like
to defend
swing
people.
them in the yard or like do any
Like Britney
practice?
Spears.
My mom would make him return them pretty much as soon as he would
Oh,
get
okay.
them, and that but he was persistent.
So
and
the
then
guy,
he
the
kept
delivery
ordering.
guy, just he's taking the sword out of the truck. He's
Yeah.
like, "This is gonna be coming back."
So
Like,
why not guns?
Yes.
Like why not like a weapon? Like if you're gonna be getting weapons.
Good point. Well, okay, he is technically like a part-time cop, and
okay,
so
well,
he
let's hold on
has-
for a second.
part-time.
Technically a part-time cop.
Okay, he's a full-time banker,
Okay.
but
Who has a
he-
gun?
who does a gun?
So he's a cop for
and an
fun?
eye for justice.
But he's a cop for fun. He does like search and rescue,
What?
and then
you're like, yeah, he-
Does anyone ask him to do that, or is he just like, "I'm gonna go do some search and rescue tonight"?
quite literally nobody has asked him to, and then like
Who is he searching for and rescuing?
I don't know, like it's one of those things
Is your
where
dad like a vigilante at night?
he kind
like
of is.
Spider-Man?
And is this in San Francisco? Now one of the most dangerous cities in America?
Yeah. So it's like Contra Costa County. So pretty much like if you have a kid that's missing or something, or like a grandma who has Alzheimer's, like
He's on it.
he gonna find her. But
Has he ever found anyone?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
Oh, okay.
One time, like the saddest one was like one time he like opened a suitcase and there was like a chopped up body, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not even getting paid for this shit." So
I'm sorry. So he's really not on the police force.
no, it's like he's like really not. It's like
Like, it's-
deputy sheriff, like, or
But he's
I
not
don't
getting
know.
paid for
And he's
it.
finding human remains in
Yeah,
suitcases.
yeah.
Oh my god, this is like
For fun.
Misty and Walter and Yellow Jackets.
I imagine he's like, it'd be so funny if he were like, He wears like a trench coat. He's like, we're going to find the bastards. And then he sees the remains. He's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. He just like,
I remember him just kind of being like a little scarred. Like,
yeah, it's
No, that's
brutal.
really brutal.
but it was something that he always did, like since we were kids. So like we just never really questioned it.
Yeah.
So it's not like a
And-
private practice. He like
No, it's like he's. What do you mean private practice?
Like he's
Like,
not a PI or
No,
like, okay.
he
no,
like
no.
works for the police.
Yeah.
He doesn't get paid.
But he doesn't get paid.
So he's like a
I
volunteer.
don't I don't really know if he works for the police then. If he's not getting paid.
It feels
Are they just
wrong.
like tolerating the fact that he's like doing like they're going to
He's
try
like
to solve a
Nancy
crime?
Drew.
Yeah, he's like Nancy
Yeah.
Drew. Yeah.
I like honestly I never questioned it. Like I don't know who.
Do
what
you-
group
okay, let
he's
me ask you
with.
something. There's a crime scene. Your dad rolls up. What kind of car does he drive?
He drives like a Tesla. No.
Okay, so there's a crime scene. Your dad rolls up in a Tesla,
Yeah.
and then the cops. Now, are the cops rolling their eyes like, oh God, like, or are they like, thank God,
So it's like
Jackie's dad's here?
that's a great question because
Yeah.
it's a whole group. So it's Contra Costa County deputy sheriff,
Okay.
whatever. So it's like a
All
whole group of like these volunteer guys, and
Oh.
they all pull up.
They
And
all
then,
roll up.
Yeah, and then there's like the cops, and then there's them, and so they're kind of like I feel like the crack staff of,
Damn,
you know,
the police really ain't be doing their own
Yeah,
job.
the police like
They're
really
like,
gotta step
they're like,
up.
all right, we could try to solve this murder or get 12 random dudes
yeah.
who buy swords on Amazon to figure this one out.
But it's funny because it's like also like a lot of child media, like we're raised to not trust the police because
Yeah.
it's like Nancy
That's
Drew,
right.
Scooby-Doo, like all these people are like, man, the police suck so
Yeah.
bad. These 12-year-olds are doing a better job.
There's always a family of teenagers that is solving
So
murders.
like I don't know why this was so surprising to me because the reality
it's
is
kind of fun.
That is actually so.
I
funny
kind of
that
want to
Nancy
like
Drew.
when I get older, I kind of want to like do that.
Yeah, you could just do it because then they're like, we don't
drink
have to pay.
drink
We
some
don't give a
beers
fuck.
while doing it too.
Yeah.
Get all my boys together and be like, all right.
Well, yeah, what else would you be
Swords.
doing?
It's kind of fun. I mean, I wouldn't have to hang out with my family. That's for sure.
So that's why I think he does it.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
He's like, I'd rather be out
Aw.
looking for dead people than
Yeah.
spending any more time.
I mean, he's training you to follow in the footsteps. He's like giving
yeah.
you
Would you
knives.
do that? I feel like you'd be good at it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
He would try. He would like really I think from a young age he would like try and teach like self-defense, and then he would like in the middle of public or in public he would like attack, and then it looks
Surprise attack,
but it
yeah.
looks like I'm being
Attacked by a man.
attacked by like
Yeah.
a man who doesn't know. And so a lot of people like at a certain point I had to be like, hey,
Yeah.
you are gonna get the cops called on you at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
It's like instead of throwing your kid into the pool to teach them how to swim, he's like throwing you in
he's
the middle
he's,
of like
he's abandoning you in the middle of the forest.
He's like, what would you do if you were in this situation?
yeah.
Anyways,
Do you know what I think would be the perfect role for you though in his world?
What?
Okay, so your dad's gonna be out in the streets fighting crime and looking for people that are missing. You're gonna be the girl on the headset in the laptop,
Yeah.
cracking the mainframe.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 second. All right, I'm in. I've hacked the mainframe. Like that's you.
That would be
I'm
really cool.
cross-referencing their Facebook page or their Instagram, and I'm
you're always in
finding-
the darkest room with
In
the
darkest room.
brightest screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which actually is kind of like your desk,
Yeah.
actually.
That's so true. I mean, that
darkest
is
room.
kind of what I do now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
hacking in the mainframe of KFC Radio. But if I were to be, like, in, that kind of line of work, I would want to be in the field. And then I would want, like, cool... Like, I just picture myself, like, with cool edits of me, like,
Yeah.
running, like, dodging, like, knives and guns and all that. And, like, if I'm going to be doing shady shit, like, I want...
And also, I feel like you're gonna be wearing like high heels too while you like knock people out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind of like a
that's exactly
Catwoman
what
thing, maybe.
I should've-
yeah,
would
women
you
have
guys-
to do that.
Would
Yeah.
you guys get... If the CIA came to you today and was like, hey, we want you...
Mm-hmm.
But, like, also keep in mind that you probably couldn't, like, have your current job. You would have to, like, go and seriously fight
Could I
bad
make
guys
content?
all
Like,
the
could I
time.
make TikToks?
I guess
About
you
being in
could
the
make
CIA.
TikToks. You probably
No,
could make
you
TikToks
can't. No one
about-
can know.
You can't be telling the people. So you just have to, like, act like you're still doing comedy and all this. And, like, you could make TikToks, but you can't talk about, like beating up Russians.
If the CIA could, like, industry plant me where they're like, hey, you won't have to work as hard at comedy. Like, we'll just, like, give you your hopes and dreams now so that you can work and focus on the CIA.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
I want... You know the movie The Interview?
Yeah. Is that the one with Seth Rogen?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
I want a second interview
Oh.
too with the female lead where it's like she's a celebrity and like the North Korean president, dictator, whatever, is like obsessed with her and like is
influencer,
actually a huge fan and is like, I want to meet her. And then so then they train her and they're like, hey, you got to kill him.
Yeah.
And then
They'll never
goes.
make a second movie of that though. It was too
know.
dangerous the first time.
You got to write it.
Would that be so good?
You should write it.
I'm not I actually will delegate the writing to you guys because
He's like, I love Jackie's vlogs.
no, sorry.
The dictator is obsessed with you out of all people.
Yeah, it's me.
No, who would the dictator be obsessed with?
Yeah, who's a good?
Maybe like a Nikki Glaser. He's like, I really want to meet Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I could see you. That would be a great role for you. Actually, you should write it. I delegate this for you.
No.
Yeah.
I'll take a cut for sure.
Yeah.
Unless.
Created by.
I could see like the dictator like in Lil Bond.
What if you had a second job where it's like after you're done with work and you go and you do your job like your dad does? What would it be?
Oh, good question. Do you guys have one?
I feel like I have one.
What is it?
I feel like I want to work like in like a bakery or something. I want to like.
Less noble.
I
want to.
No, I don't want to be a hero.
So you want to be a trad wife? You want to go make sourdough?
Yeah, I want to. No, you know what I want to do?
ballerina
I want
girl.
to take. I've seen, you know those
Jesus.
videos where they have like the frosting and they put it and then they spin the cake
Yes.
in it perfectly.
Yeah.
You want to be a cake decorator?
Yeah.
Aw.
It seems like fun. I don't want to go and find human remains in a suitcase. Sorry.
No, I know. I understand.
I don't want that.
It seems like
I don't
fun.
need that
Yeah.
stress. I don't want my second job to be worse, you know? Not that this job is bad, but, you know.
Yeah, what's worse, bombing at the stand?
Yeah,
or
bombing at
finding-
the stand, then I got to find a dead kid. No
Yeah.
thanks.
I could also see like that really not making like a bomb seem totally fine. Like you're like, at
Yeah,
least I
you're
didn't
like-
find a fucking chopped up kid.
I get off stage, I'm just like, well, not as bad as that severed head I found yesterday. Like,
yeah.
it's tough, you know? What would your other job be?
I'm not sure yet.
What about like secret like princess? You know what I mean?
Princess Protection Program?
Yeah, like
Like I'm in the
like-
witness protection program, but in the
You're-
witness protection program, I become famous.
you're like you rule a small country like that movie.
That's
like
Genovia?
the protection program.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about the Princess Protection Program, but I don't know if he knows the difference between the Princess Diaries.
What's the one where it's like you
Oh, yeah.
are a princess? What's
Oh,
that?
that's
Princess Diaries.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be
You
cool.
are.
It'd be cool to like come out as like a, anyway.
Rich.
Princess.
Yeah, it'd be
Coming out as rich.
It'd be nice to figure out like, oh, you're. I mean, that's like
That
a
is
plot of a
kind
lot
of
of movies.
Like
Yeah.
what Meghan Markle. But I feel like people are so hard on Meghan Markle. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't
think that's a hot take.
I
just feel
don't really
kinda bad for her.
know any of the lore. I know that she was there and like she hated all the old people there, which I probably
By the way, of
wouldn't like
course,
them
the
either.
vibe is not right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it feels
but
like-
they all, I would be like, all right, well these people are gonna die in T-minus 3 minutes, so
I know. I think I would have
and they
waited it
did,
out.
and they did.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the
that's
Queen
actually-
died, and then like King Charles is like not even. He's like half alive right now. He's like a
I do
heartbeat
think
away.
like
Should've
Meghan
waited it out.
Markle, like she's more of like a Barstool Sports vibe. Like I think that she could totally like work here, and
Should we sign her?
yeah, we should. I think that she could have like a cooking show here, like how Content Kim used to.
Yeah,
Like with Joey Camasta.
she could do. I could see her doing Rough and Rowdy.
Who would she fight?
The Queen.
Yeah, literally.
She fight the Queen.
Like that's the thing about
Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton. Yeah.
Oh
that's a-
my god.
Kate Middleton versus Meghan Markle. She's fine now.
Yeah. I think that she's fine.
I don't even know. By the way, that was weird. Like that whole thing that we all just
So
kind of like.
weird.
They were like,
You
yeah,
think-
she's like missing for 6 months, and then they're like, she has cancer, and then it's like, oh, she has cancer. All right, and then like,
I
where's she
tried
now?
to do some editing on my own.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
That
she.
was so
She tried to. You remember that?
Yeah.
She tried to.
It was
she like photoshopped herself,
bizarre.
and she was like, "Sorry, I was doing some late night Photoshop."
Yeah, she was like,
It's like,
sorry,
why
I
are you-
downloaded Canva.
Why are you running the socials? Like, what is wrong
Yeah, I
with you?
can't believe they blamed that on her.
That was
so
and they were like,
weird.
and by the way, if she did have cancer, this woman's like getting fucking chemotherapy, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have to tell everyone that you suck at Photoshop on top of you having cancer."
Wait,
She's
guys,
like, "Ah,
It was
damn
definitely not her fault.
No, I honestly think that like, I'm not to say that she wasn't sick, but like, there is something else going on there.
No. This is
you guys, I forgot about the Photoshop thing. That's actually so fucking funny.
she was making thumbnails. No, that's why. Okay, see, she could never work at Barstool Sports, but Meghan Markle. I feel okay. Here's the deal. I feel bad for her because obviously she has cancer. I'm not saying she's lying, but I wouldn't put it past the palace.
Yeah.
To be lie.
Can you look up what
and
the
she
update
did
on her
it.
is?
She looked. She didn't really look sick.
No, she didn't.
I'm not gonna. Your thing was funny about like everyone thought that she had a BBL, and then turns out it was just cancer.
It was just cancer.
on
Wait,
here?
wasn't there like a theory that they were getting divorced?
Wait, let's
too?
read it.
Yes.
It's been a year since Kate Middleton went public with her cancer diagnosis, and it took a step back from royal duties to focus solely on her health. And insiders say Kate, who is now in remission from the disease, and husband Prince are happier than ever after facing such extreme adversity. Okay, so maybe she did have cancer, but why would they lie? Why would they Photoshop her?
No, they photoshopped her because everyone was wondering where she was.
Why can't they just
So
be like,
they-
yeah, she has cancer?
Because they didn't want to tell everyone that she had cancer. So they photoshopped a photo of her.
Well, if you want to get likes.
That is an amazing. No, that's like what I'm saying.
It's like the Gabby
Like-
when Gabby Petito popped
Yeah.
off.
It's
Want to get likes? Go
listen,
missing or have
I
cancer.
get so jealous seeing
Like-
that engagement.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I totally agree. I totally agree. I also like.
just be transparent. Why are they? What is like? So many people go through this experience. It's extremely human. It's like something that most people will end up getting. Like, just be upfront about it. It's also inspiring. You know,
What do you
Right?
think she just got a facelift?
that would be crazy to like tell the whole fucking world that you had cancer, fake cancer for a year,
Yeah.
just to hide the fact that you got a little bit of work done. Instead of just,
Hey,
Bad karma.
it's also really brilliant.
it's brilliant. You know. Imagine when you go to get the facelift, they like, okay, so here's our fake cancer program.
She definitely had cancer. She definitely had cancer.
No,
But
she
I
had
don't think that
cancer.
they even like had a plan to say cancer because like I think during the whole Photoshop thing phase that they were just like they were scrambling. They were clearly
Yeah,
scrambling. They
but
didn't have
just-
a well executed plan.
Just be like, she should just gone online and be like, I got fucking cancer. You know, like,
yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I know,
hey,
I know.
this is where I am. I'm getting treated for cancer. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Like, I don't know.
I feel really bad if it is fully cancer, but I
probably is.
will say that my guard's up. And I was kind of like during the whole time when she was missing, I was kind of buying into like
Oh, I bought every conspiracy theory.
yeah, I bought it.
I thought they were getting divorced. I thought they were gonna hush her away. Then they were like, there was this other chick that they were like saying that he was hanging out with.
Yeah, like
It's very Obama, Jennifer Aniston.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know about.
crazy.
Oh, they were dating or something.
Obama, Jennifer Aniston.
I know nothing about
They
that.
might currently be dating.
What are you talking about? Nothing about this.
I don't
Remember how
know.
Michelle Obama like hadn't been around for a hot sec?
No, all
I
I know.
literally posted 2 videos about this. Michelle Obama.
Oh, you did it with what's
Xavier.
his name? Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, Michelle Obama hadn't been around for a while, and then it came out that like Obama and Jennifer Aniston were seeing each other, and Jennifer Aniston was like, "No, we haven't." But then, I know someone who's like works on someone higher up's podcast, and they were like, "It is true."
Oh,
What?
What?
I didn't know that.
but is it or not?
But I don't know. That's just what they said.
I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if it's true.
I don't think it's true.
But I feel like it's like
But maybe they're just working on something together because he has a production company.
Yeah, he's
and maybe
like-
she's making a
he's
show
like
under his production company.
Maybe.
it's
yeah.
a production company. Okay, wow, all these like
I know.
That's what I'm
people
saying.
rulers are getting
Like
Everyone-
even
media.
Obama's making
Everyone's
content.
making content.
Obama's making
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
You got to
Content
fall back
hard.
on content. You can rule the world and you can drone strike anybody in the world, but you're gonna have to fall back on making some content.
Yeah.
But at the end of
Okay?
the day, it's all about the engagement.
It's all
and I
about the
have to say,
engagement.
okay, similar to my take last week where I was like, when I'm at the altar, if no one says they're in love with me, like it will hurt my feelings. Do you remember at Kate's wedding, her sister Pippa walked down the aisle and everyone started freaking out about Pippa being so hot? That's the worst case
oh
scenario.
my god, you're
Oh.
so right.
That
yeah.
one-
Wait, can you get Pippa up?
Do Pippa at the wedding. That would
Pippa Middleton, what a name.
People went crazy for Pippa Middleton when she walked
Yeah.
down the aisle.
Let's see.
Body tea.
Nice.
That's why everyone was going
Can we
crazy.
get a face to that ass, please? Sorry.
Stunning dress.
She's good. I mean, she just looks like a. They just look so similar. I can't imagine why you would be like one. I don't know. They're
Maybe
not,
because no
she's
one
not
had
like,
seen Pippa before.
and she's available.
But
She,
you're-
she has HR face to me.
oh, that's like wow.
She has
Wait,
like
that's pretty accurate.
she has like
I don't think she's prettier than Kate.
no, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so
so
either.
either.
Not to compare
but she has
women,
HR
but to
face. It's
compare.
very much like guys. So there's muffins in the break room.
Yeah, and it's also kind of
Um,
giving, hey guys, I know I don't want to like ruin anyone's fun, but you can't drink at your desk during work hours.
Yeah, I know technically it's not work hours, but you can't do it in the office because it's a liability for the company.
Yeah.
And I know that this is the designated happy hour, and it's about to be Christmas.
You know what? How have you been doing? Okay, good. So I just wanted to say in the Slack channels, okay, you can't be posting photos of your dog inside your house.
That those chats are meant for work-related stuff.
Yeah.
Please use the other chats.
Yeah,
Guys,
Okay.
that email was so funny that you sent to the
That was
all company email, but we
so
really
funny.
shouldn't putting
We shouldn't be doing
slurs
that.
in
Yeah.
the emails.
yeah.
Hey guys, hey, fun. Just to let you know, you're all being laid off and you're terminated immediately with no pay.
But I just wanted to say, you always brought such a great vibe.
And I brought cookies.
Yeah. But they are gluten-free.
They're gluten-free.
Okay, what was Jackie saying?
I almost feel like Kate has more of an HR face. HR
I think
face
they
is
both
something.
do.
Is that something that you came up with? Because that's brilliant.
I just said it. I think it's probably out there though.
I gotta
That
say,
is
like, it's
so
gotta be
good.
so cool to be royal, but like when they give you those dumb ass hats, like how
Yeah.
are you not just like,
Some of the
yeah,
outfits-
fuck this?
Some of the outfits are real dumb.
like, why am I wearing a UFO on my head?
And
Yeah.
they make every guy look like a fucking waiter.
Wait, can I say something that I don't even know if I can fully say?
What?
Well, just go for it.
You want to know what is like the best feeling is like when some girl that was mean to you throughout the years gets married and you look at their wedding pictures and they're marrying the
Oh,
ugliest
Yeah.
fucking
That,
guy
by the way-
you've ever seen in your life, and you just know that because they used to have a hot boyfriend, and you just know that they got stressed out and they settled. And let me just tell you, that's such a good, because you want to know what, he's gonna fuck up your genetics. Your kid is gonna be so fucking ugly, and you fucking did that, and it feels good because like they were mean to you, and now you're gonna be like, hey, in 2 years, you're gonna have the ugliest
Give me a
goddamn
name.
child.
Yeah.
Give me a name.
You know, I like to think that even if you're ugly, like, and you have money, I feel like you'll look a little better.
Yeah.
I do think that, like,
True.
you know what I mean?
Like you have money and like you
Like, at least you'll dress nicer.
Also, yeah, you can't be snaggletooth
hard
and
to be
have
and have money.
and have money.
So, anyways,
Get veneers.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, and I don't mean to be like judgmental about people's looks,
Well,
I do.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
it's
think
not
it's
even
fine to be judgmental about. people's
okay.
looks.
Good, because
Yeah.
like it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like you're gonna post those baby pictures and like people are gonna lie to you.
They're gonna be like, "Holy shit!"
They're gonna be like,
They're gonna go, "Oh my god, I love your puppy." That's what they're gonna say.
they're gonna say, "Oh, what happened?"
and it spirals because that now you have an ugly kid.
Yeah.
Now your ugly kid has ugly friends, and now their ugly
Oh.
friends have ugly parents, and now your friend group is all
It's ugly
Yeah.
people.
parents.
Yeah,
So
you just brought yourself
fucking,
down.
You brought yourself down.
Yeah.
You played yourself. You shouldn't have been
And
such a fucking.
And
cunt.
you know what? All your kids are gonna have fucking peanut allergies and ruin everyone's birthday party. You know, like, sorry, Billy's gluten free and he can't have peanut butter and he needs to be within 5 miles of an egg or else he'll just fucking blow up.
I do say this though. I've said this on Fishbowl before. I just know that my kids are gonna be weird.
I feel like I was a weird kid and I turned out fine.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But I think that like
Right?
that's the thing is like if you have there's certain kinds of weird kids. There's
Yeah.
weird kids that shape you into like being a funny, cool
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
And then there's the types of weird kids that like they just have a chip on their shoulder and like it all depends on parenting.
Yeah.
But that's the burden that I don't feel like bearing. I don't
Do you have a chip on your shoulder?
good question. Do I have a chip on my shoulder? I don't really think so. Do you?
No, I don't think you do.
I don't think you do either.
Yeah.
We definitely have chips on our shoulders.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we
Well,
can.
I think you might have a chip on your shoulder
for
too.
sure.
What
I
does
think-
it stem from?
I think because like I grew up and in like middle school or early high school, I like lost all of my friends. Like all my friends stopped hanging out with me. So that kind of made me like,
How did that give you a chip on your shoulder?
what makes me angry?
Yeah, that's a good
no,
one.
Is that what that means?
No, a chip on your shoulder is
What?
like something
Chris?
something to prove. No. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
No, it's accurate.
Oh.
No, a chip on
Yeah, I lost my friends, so I had something to prove that I wasn't worth
a
being
chip on
abandoned.
your shoulder is like I have something to prove.
Yeah.
Like
So
these people did me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I was
oh,
done
yeah.
wrong.
Mine is like all of my bosses like.
Underestimated.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
yeah, that's
I lost.
Austin.
I like didn't have a bunch of friends, but I was like, I think I'm pretty fucking cool, you know.
Yeah.
So you like
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
this need to like prove.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know that kind of like stays with me a bit, and now I feel like I'm a more well-rounded person. Like I'm very good socially. I feel like I can make friends easily, and people like me. So like that, and that stemmed from a period of time where I didn't really like have a social life.
Yeah.
So that kind of made me like improve myself and become better. And then some of those kids overdose on heroin. So
Poppy seeds, shout out poppy seeds.
who won in the end is the real question.
The bummer is that they're not here to see how well you're doing.
Yeah, that's the real bummer. That's
they're
the real
they're
bummer.
looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're looking up. Yeah.
That is actually unfortunate.
Just going back to the looks thing, though, I don't think it's good to judge people on their looks, but I do think that like we are in control of our looks a lot. There's a lot you can do, and I do think it is the nicest thing that you can do for everyone else is to look your best and take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, no, I'm being
No,
like,
I understand what you're
like
saying.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if let's say you don't take care of yourself, you have like kids and a wife or whatever, and you like eat horribly and you don't exercise,
And then you like die
and
at
you
like
die
40.
and you ruin your whole family's life because now their dad died young. Like
or like not getting things checked out. Like if you're like you have like a chronic thing, like an autoimmune disease, and you just like don't stay on top of it, and then like you die, and it's like you're the male, you're the breadwinner. What is she supposed to do? Go get a job?
yeah.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
One with
Yeah,
the job.
She's a woman with a
Unheard
job.
of.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
does she want any self-respect?
In Trump's America, no.
God, so embarrassing. She
Yeah.
should be at home making sourdough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Making some cakes.
Literally your dream.
Yeah,
You're
your
like,
dream.
She should be doing my dream. She should be spinning a cake and nicely frosting it with a knife.
I also feel as though like if you're not looking your best as
Yeah.
the wife, that also reflects on me. If you're ugly,
Yeah.
that's a bad look on me. So
That's how I
do
feel about my
it's
kids.
yeah, I know.
You make your kids work out.
Make your kids work
Make
out.
your
from a
kids
young
work
age.
out.
You know that kid who was like jacked from a young age?
I
and,
know,
like,
that was
now
really
he's, like,
scary.
super,
Ew,
like, not-
that's weird.
It was like
Oh.
Jesse
Type in
James.
You're a little
jacked,
too
little,
excited.
jacked
It was-
little
Jacked
boy.
yeah.
It was Jesse James. Like she like I don't know if she edited her kids to look hot or if she like
I think I remember this picture.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Jesse James' kid.
it was weird.
Oh, here they are.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No.
Like, but look at their tummies. Like they look weird.
No,
like,
that
they look
has to be
edited.
Photoshopped.
Oh my
That cannot be real.
They look edited.
It's like her and
That
Kate Middleton
cannot be
are in
real.
the same Photoshop
That guy-
class.
I just want to say, if you're gonna edit your kids, like buy Facetune Premiere,
Yeah.
like Pro. Like this is like the free trial.
It is kind of
This is like
funny.
where you're
It
just,
is
like,
kind of funny.
tanning.
A lot of people are not posting pictures of their children's faces anymore.
How do you feel
I
about that?
know. Well, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
kind of need to these days, but like, I know that when I have a kid, I'm not gonna want to I'm not gonna want to have to blur their faces. I know just the editing process of having to blur all the time. Like, if I take a video, I don't want to have to do that.
You're not gonna put like a heart
you're
emoji.
like, I don't care about the security of my children. I'm not going to take the time to figure out how to keyframe a fucking
Yeah,
blur.
Have you seen the videos of Ruby Frank talking to her kids where she's like, "Can you act a little bit more?" Like she's like, it's in between takes, and she's like
Is that the
literally
Mormon?
abusing them. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me say,
You know
it
what's
is how I talk to Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ruby Frank had she had like a good hair color that I saw at one point, and I was like about to go to my
Was that during the trial? You were like, oh, girl, slay.
No, it was in one of her YouTube videos, and like I was about to go to my hair appointment. I was like,
You were watching. By the way, you're watching a clip. You're watching a clip, and she goes, "Okay, so you didn't do your homework. So guess what that means? No dinner
No
for
dinner
you for a
tonight."
week."
Hey, we're locking you in a
You're
room
like-
for 3 hours.
You're like, girl, your hair is fucking
But like,
stunning.
so what if I showed my hairstylist that, just like the video? She's like, "Hey, by the way, you're
It's like-
chained to the fucking bed."
It's like a picture of her like beating her
that's
kid.
the thumbnail. That's the
yeah.
thumbnail.
You're like, so this girl, no, not the one getting beat, the one with the one doing the beating.
yeah.
That's the hair I want.
But I go that blonde.
Yeah,
That's what I want. And
that
they're like,
Mormon
"Is that Ruby
blonde.
Frank?"
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's so funny.
You like imagine like taking a picture of like Casey Anthony into your hairstylist. You're like, can you give me the Ghislaine Maxwell?
But that would be, I think, like a funny bit.
Yeah, no, I think that is a great bit. It's kind of a sketch.
You'd be like, just like this, okay? Also, I love the background of this too. And maybe I should be wearing more orange.
Yeah, maybe
They'll
I
make
should
the-
have more.
yeah, maybe I'll make the hairstyle pop more if I wore orange.
We were gonna ask you actually about dating.
We were gonna ask you about
Oh,
dating. How's that
because we just like feel like you have such good dating stories. You have such
Yeah.
great dating advice.
Oh, wow, thanks. You guys are calling me a slut, along with everyone else
No.
today.
Oh, no, we're just saying you have a lot of experience.
We're just saying
Yeah.
you've been around a lot of men.
That's
Just kidding.
That's a great question. I do feel as though I have recently decided I'm done with the losers. Because
Oh.
Congratulations.
That's a good
I
step.
have been giving the losers too many chances.
Yeah.
And also to again, like what I said on KFC Radio, I would like to clarify. I haven't had, well, this is just TMI. I haven't had sex in a year and a half
Wow.
because I have been committed to. I think I attract losers, and then I realize that they're losers, and then I say no. We're done.
So your loser radar is a little delayed.
It's for
Yeah.
sure delayed.
It's hard because here's the deal. This is just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Most men are losers.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Most
of
are.
them out there.
Most are. Or loser facing.
Mm-hmm.
Where they maybe aren't losers, but it's going to take you some time to figure out that they aren't. Like to get the good qualities out of them, like a lot of men just have
No, I actually think like the female experience is the opposite, where
Yeah.
like you see someone and you're like, oh, this guy's good, and then over time you're like, wow, loser qualities.
Yeah,
all
you
over the
learn
place.
more. But
Yeah.
like what is the type of loser that you've been dating? Like what is the typical like what does he do that is loser?
Okay, so I've told like multiple stories, but like the one loser that like so many. The one loser who was like
one. Yeah.
he literally in bed like would put on Batman. This happened twice, I guess. So it wasn't like every
Wait,
time.
which one?
And then quoted the Joker.
Oh.
What
Every single
quote?
thing of the like quote what?
He would quote
He would
the
be like,
Joker.
"Why so
Like-
serious?"
Every single line.
Oh,
Just whatever the Joker said mid hookup.
Mid hookup.
wait.
Mid-hookup,
You guys, so you guys did the deed?
We did the deal.
And
No, mid hookup.
No, not mid hook.
No, mid hookup. Like it
What do
was
you
like
mean?
we would turn on. He would like turn on Batman to like be like it was like Netflix and chill.
Oh, that's so weird.
But then he couldn't like he loved. So he kind of ever so slightly emulated
So
what's his
Patrick
name?
Bateman
Patrick Bateman
from American
but,
Psycho.
But yeah, but
Christian
no.
Bale.
Christian Bale. Ever so slightly. So I think he became obsessed with Christian Bale because he was like, that's me. So then he was obsessed with Batman. But so then he would do that. But like, not only, that wasn't even the most, first of all, he did that one time. I let it slide. The second time I was like, I mean, I still let it slide, but I was definitely like, all right, this might be a loser. And then he like later, he was also addicted to drugs. And
Well, that might be the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Let's back up a little bit.
Yeah.
He might just be a drug addict.
Yeah, so, and he was a drug addict.
Okay,
and then
what-
one night he was like a really high on, I don't know what the fuck he was, but it was during the time when The Last of Us
Oh,
came out. And
yeah.
like, did you guys ever watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the zombies and like the little like clicking
Yeah.
noises that they would make?
Oh.
He like, I think in his head, either he was like pretending to be funny or he just in his head like
Hilarious.
actually thought that he was. And he was like leering around my corners, being like doing like the,
how old is he?
he was like, he's 2 years older than me.
Oh my
I
god.
think
He was doing,
he's
like,
like
the
a
clicking thing.
psychopath.
Yeah, he actually like needs to be
I
like.
think
Yeah,
you
I
should be
think
afraid
okay.
of him.
I do think of some feedback. I think that you got to pull the plug a lot earlier on
Earlier.
this because like
Like-
I think after there's really no reason why you should quote really any movie while having sex.
I will say like
Really quote anything.
this is like
Yeah.
good content though.
As a man, it's my opinion that you should barely be talking during sex.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
if you were making a porno, it'd be a silent film.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to embarrass myself.
I know.
Literally, I'm like, I'm not going to say a single thing
It
because
feels-
no, but that's my fear is that I'll accidentally quote Batman in the middle.
You quote Batman.
Because that's what he was doing.
Well, I was doing this bit like
It was the Joker, not Batman.
It was the Joker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been doing. Oh, it was like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it was the
yeah,
Joaquin
yeah,
Phoenix
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh.
That's way worse.
Yeah.
It was pretty much. I was trying to think of like a worse character to quote, and I think that was it.
Why
I think
do
that might be
boys
the worst.
love the
Was
Joker?
he doing the laugh? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
like
yeah.
we need to talk about the fact that boys love the Joker
Men-
and like
Yeah.
there have been multiple people in this office who are like I can't relate to a female character. Like Tommy can't watch New Girl because he can't relate to a female lead, but they love the Joker.
Yeah.
The New Girl
So-
is mostly men.
I know.
I think it's because
crazy.
like men have become obsessed with like the villain arc, which is like not.
And I guess he's a good villain, but like what's the obsession? I kind of like the Riddler
The
The Riddler.
Riddler.
and the new Batman with what's
Oh,
his
I
name?
was thinking
yeah.
the Riddler.
Yeah.
No, not the Rizzler. I mean, I just think that like men. I mean, like I said before, I think most men are like losers. I think the things they like are stupid. I think that like what their obsessions are gay. Like I mean, there's
No,
just
and
like,
like by the way, the Joker is putting on
it's-
make. The Joker is drag. The Joker is a drag
that's
queen.
Yeah.
So true.
And it's kind of like, oh, you guys, oh, you're so masculine. You're obsessed with a drag queen.
yeah.
He sings.
He
It is-
sings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just because like he has a gun that they're like, that's fine.
He doesn't even get a
He
gun till much
sings.
later.
You have a gun. Your dad gave you a gun for
yeah,
Christmas.
you have
literally.
swords. Yeah.
So true.
I don't know. I think that like okay, so going back to like the men you're dating. All right, so you dated a guy who was a drug addict, fan of the Joker.
Yeah.
He might have been the Joker for all
Yeah,
you know.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
clearly
yeah.
scary.
Okay, so like that's one guy. Is there another instance where you were like dating somebody, or like how do you like are there no warning signs when you're like doing the talking phase?
No, there's all the warning signs in the world, but I just choose to like. I think it's also like I'm so picky.
That's
that,
what I was thinking.
Okay.
You must
that-
be picky.
But then I will like get broken down to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm too picky. Like, let's just like
Okay,
you're
so
breaking apart
a
everything.
lot of these are coming through the floodgates through what the point when you go, I got to be less picky, and we start opening up the doors a little bit. That's when these creeps are coming through.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
or like I'll like run it by friends and like but I won't exactly dive into how much of a loser they are. Like, and
You're
then
sugarcoating
they'll
because
be
you don't
like-
want to. It reflects badly on you.
It
to be
reflects
like-
badly on me.
Yeah.
And so and then it's just like they'll be like, oh, you're being picky again, and I go, okay, I should give them a second chance.
Yeah.
But then it's like I should have shared all the information and explained the Joker part and explained
Yeah.
all that. Where I was just kind of like, I don't know about him.
Yeah.
Another one was this was only a first date, but I stayed on the first date for way too long. Literally 10 minutes in. I was like, oh, so like, where'd you go to school? It was a Hinge date. And he was like, where'd you go to school? He said the school. And he was like, but like, I got like a little kicked out. And I was like, oh,
Little.
yeah, like what?
Just a
Why?
Oh, I
how'd
know
you
where this is going.
get kicked out? And essentially it was rape allegations.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
of
I saw
course,
that
of
coming.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was not a question in my mind.
No, I knew that was. Yeah.
And it was like, but then he was like also saying, he was like, but it was something about his frat or whatever. And he was
Yeah.
like, but I'm going to sue her for everything like my dad has so much money that like, it doesn't even matter. Like we're going to get him back. We're going to get it back. And this is 10 minutes in. I go, you actually don't have to serve up this information. Like you can, you don't have to tell me
That's
about
Why
that.
didn't he
Crazy.
just say I went to Indiana?
Just, yeah, you there was no need to say that.
On a first date, I mean, this man is going. You're going to have to find the truth out at some point.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But at least do yourself a favor and try to get a few
I
dates
respect
in.
getting ahead of it. But then, but also it's like maybe I could have, whatever.
Would have
And
been better if he opened with, "Hey, I'm an accused rapist, but not a real rapist." Okay?
Yeah.
And I'll hear my detail.
He
like,
didn't do like a great job of not making me think. He tried to like
Were
be
you,
like,
like-
it wasn't my fault.
okay, were you asking questions? Were you kind of digging a little bit? Or
I
no?
was. This was 10 minutes in, and I was still like kind of like trying to be formal, and like I was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
So then he goes on. It doesn't even like end there. Then he goes on to say that during the rape allegations, when he got kicked out, his family, he got really addicted to drugs and opioids. And the first thing he got addicted to drugs. But then he was like, I'm a year sober. He showed
Okay.
me like his sobriety thing. He had
Yeah.
like a sponsor and everything. But I was like, you are drinking. So that's crazy.
Oh no!
And what he was drinking was he had ordered a Dirty Shirley. And then
It's a dirty Shirley.
It's like Shirley
Shirley
Temple with vodka.
Temple?
with vodka.
Okay.
And so then I
I've
was
never seen anyone order that
I've
before.
never even heard of
like,
it.
as
but
a
okay.
man, you can't be. And so then I was like making fun of him. I was like, LOL, like Dirty Shirley. And he was like, yeah, it's just like, it's the only thing that doesn't get me hungover. And I was like,
Oh boy.
But he's
So much
sober.
sugar in
but
it.
he's
sober
not
from
sober.
heroin.
Yeah, he's sober from heroin.
Yeah. to specify.
And also, it's like if you're gonna order a Dirty Shirley, you have to be fucking funny about the Dirty Shirley.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't just
you
like
can't have like a
casually-
dark
You
Joker
can't
like
go,
past.
what about
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Like
You-
it doesn't get me hungover. Also, there's so much sugar in that. What do you mean it doesn't get you
No,
hungover?
it
Yeah.
definitely gets you
Literally.
hungover.
The worst part about him doing that in the beginning of a first date is that like you have to be so agreeable on a first date.
Yes.
No,
exactly.
and by
So,
the way,
like-
you're just trying to get that out there alive.
Yeah. So
Let's be
you're
honest.
also
Yeah.
you're not
and
trying to. Yeah.
my chances are looking slim at
Yeah.
this point. Yeah.
So like he's like, yeah, I mean this bitch lied, and you're like, bitches lie all the time. Like you have to like kind of like.
Yeah.
So like if you were
You have
recorded,
to yes and him.
yeah, you have to
Yeah.
yes and this rape allegation. You're like,
You're like,
yeah, I
Dirty
mean,
Shirleys are delicious.
Yeah.
I
They
you're
don't
like,
get you
I know,
hungover.
You're right. Like DNA evidence is kind of flawed a little
Yeah.
bit, honestly. You know.
Yeah.
and like I'm such a people pleaser that like I already on a first date like you have to be agreeable and go along with
Yeah.
it, and like I am that on on or whatever.
Yeah. So you're over the top.
So I'm
You're
like,
yeah, you know what? Maybe I would try heroin. I don't know.
Then his parents, which he made very clear, are very rich and whatever, and they cut him off. And so in order to make money, he started an OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
This is all, and how this is 15 minutes in.
This
This is a lot of
we
information.
are
15 minutes
literally
in.
sub 30 minutes in. I kept being
Did you
like,
get to his OnlyFans? Did you look it up?
No. Then at this point, this part was on
kind of
me. Like
content
that.
was he doing?
Then I was curious. So then I was because I was like, "Are you fuck?" He
This
was
sounds
fucking
like
girls.
Impractical
Oh.
Jokers. Like you were on a date
It
with a guy
does.
who's on Impractical Jokers.
Well,
Yeah.
What's
especially
his name,
after the
Murr?
new revelations,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
so.
actually,
Yeah.
the new
Keep
sexual
that.
allegations.
His was like the Impractical Jokers told me to do it. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It was
yeah.
they're on the
Two out
money
of the four of them.
backstage.
That's funny. What if it was like Murr and like
Literally.
Yeah, it was Murr.
You're like, why would you swipe him on Hinge? Anyways,
Okay, wait, we're getting pretty juicy here. This man has an OnlyFans. Okay, let's just
And
recap.
it's not just
Let's-
pictures.
Let's just
and
recap
he's
though.
fucking these girls.
Wait.
I will say though,
Yeah.
massive dick, Massive.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
can I look him up?
Well, so his name. I'm gonna send you his name, but I don't like know
Okay.
how to look up on OnlyFans.
So the recap here: you met this guy. He got thrown out of school for a rape allegation. He was addicted to opioids. He's rich. His parents have cut him off.
Yeah.
He's sober now, but he's not sober because he's drinking a Shirley Temple. And the only way for him to make money is to do really just porn. So
Which
he's
is like the only way for him to make money. Like he can't.
yeah, you can't like
That's
deliver
like,
Grubhub.
like at least like
fair,
a third resort.
I think
Yeah.
he was only sometimes fucking the girls. It was mostly jerking off. So
Do girls watch guys jerk off?
yeah, that's kind of what I
It-
was
like-
like.
It sounds
I-
like guys are
Maybe.
watching that.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
is there
but
a
I think
market
he was
for
fine
that?
with that. So maybe there was a little bit of a gay aspect in that too.
Okay.
It was truly one of those things where like I came home, my friends were like, "How was the date?"
You were like,
and yeah, and the whole
I'll
time,
tell you the fourth worst thing.
Yeah,
I'll start there. He's a rapist now. Okay.
it was one of those things where like at a certain point, like the date I ended up, it was probably one of the longest dates I've been on. Because then I was like, well, now I'm like here for the bet. Like this obviously is not.
Yeah, you gotta say.
milk everything out of that one.
Yeah, and like we like stayed long. We played board games. Like it was honestly like really romantic.
You played
minus
board
the
games
whole
with this
rape.
man?
restaurant?
What? Yeah. It was a bar. It was like one of those like fun bars.
Okay, so you kind of left like
I was like, he started to kind of get me in the end. I was like,
Yeah.
he did try. He was kind of like, oh, like my train, because he lived in New Jersey, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh, my train, like the train doesn't come here. And I was like, he was just trying to come back to my
I was like,
place. I was
Uber.
like, I'm not gonna.
he's like
Yeah, Uber. I was like,
Yeah.
I know your games. I know.
Yeah.
You told me at the start what your games are.
Sorry. My roommate said I'm not allowed to bring a opioid addicted alleged rapist
Rapist,
OnlyFans
yeah.
models over after
Yeah.
dark.
So when I say I am done with losers, like I'm saying the bar's on the fucking floor.
Yeah, like from the bottom where I hate to say it, but you're pretty close,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
In terms of like losers, like there's still like 300 feet of losers above you.
There's so much. I will say he was hot and he had
Yeah.
a big dick seemingly.
Yeah.
So like we get points up for that, but
Yeah.
the bar is still on the fucking floor.
Yeah, it's
And-
that's like a plus 3 point, but he's like negative 312.
Yeah.
I used to be on the dating apps a lot. I kind of noticed though towards the tail end of it that it was becoming a lot more like pay to play. Is
Yeah.
that like the case now? Because I think
I
like
think it's easier for girls.
yeah, but like my roommate is like on these dating apps and like you get like you used to get 1 billion swipes, unlimited swipes, right? Just whatever, all day, every day.
Yeah.
Now it's like you get 12, use them wisely.
Yeah,
So now
yeah,
people are just
yeah.
like, she's like beautiful and I could see her being the mother of my children, but swipe
You
left.
never
You
know. It's like deal or no deal.
Yeah,
like there
it's
could be
literally like-
better on
Exactly.
the other side. And you want to know what
I
else?
only get 12 of these. I'm sorry.
Everything is about money too now, and it's like how long until someone's Hinge profile is an ad?
Yeah, that's right.
Like how long until like a Hinge profile is just a brand deal?
yeah.
Like
can
it's
see
like
it.
what do you love to do on weekends? And it's like I love to go play pickleball
And
and
drink
then
Olipop.
recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then recover with a smooth Olipop.
Yeah.
But like, one thing I noticed though
One thing
was
about my
like,
personality, it's as bubbly as a ginger ale Olipop.
all your prompts are like sponsored.
Yeah.
I kind of noticed though that like towards the end of it, they kind of would gatekeep all the hot people.
Yeah.
You know, like because I'd be swiping through it, and like I'm like, were these people in a train derailment? Like
Yeah.
what? These are like these people look
It
wounded.
gets offensive. You go,
Like-
why are you showing this to me?
Exactly. And then they're like, but look who's on there was like some like other page. I was like, this is like the star page. And it was like the most beautiful women you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
It's like for $5.99, she can see that you messaged her.
So it's like, do I
Like,
pay
that's-
$5.99 and go on a date with the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, or do I match with this person that looks like a hostage?
Yeah.
Flyer.
But like also like it doesn't even guarantee that they'll respond. It's just like at the opportunity to be in their presence.
Well, you know, like about Ashley Madison. Did you watch that documentary?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
I didn't watch the documentary, but I know that like that's the cheating app,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's a
And
cheating
they leaked
app.
Everyone's
But they
Oh,
had
I
so
forgot about
many
that.
men. So it was like a cheating app for married people, but they had so many men on the app, but the app like needed more users. So they
Yeah.
just started making female bots. So like the men would be like, oh my God, I'm talking to this really hot girl. But it's because they had so many men and they didn't have enough women. And so part of me is like, like, does Hinge have that problem too? And there's just like a bunch of like, you know, like they're just leaving people's profiles up there.
Yeah, imagine throwing your entire life away for a fucking bot.
Okay, so what do you think about? So you're dating somebody. You go out on a night out, and you're with like girls, guys, whatever, and you drunkenly kiss someone. Okay, but you don't have any kind of connection with them. And then you say,
How long? How much? Like, is it a peck or is it like an actual makeout?
Like you make out with a random person.
It's a singular dance floor makeout. But
now, is this someone I know or is this a random person?
Random person. Never gonna like see them again. It's really not. The only thing it's gonna do is hurt your relationship if you tell them.
telling.
By telling.
Are we married or are we just dating?
Married?
Okay.
Yeah. And
So are you asking what I would do or what would I want to be done to me?
both.
I would not want to be told.
I would not want to be told either.
If we're married but now if this is like your coworker Jessica who you're always hanging out with and in a group
that's
chat,
different.
you do have to tell me. And by the way, we're probably getting divorced.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
or you have to quit your job. But if it's like a random person and like you don't even really, just don't tell me.
It's like now
all good.
I'm gonna have to deal with that. Now I'm gonna have to get all mad at you. Now
And now I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
like try to find her, send her family death threats. Like,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yes, literally.
And we're married? Like, no. Just
Yeah.
don't tell me.
I just probably tell my friends about it, and then they're gonna judge. And like, I don't want the judgment of my friends.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a whole thing. So keep that shit to yourself.
No, keep that. And that's what I'm saying. There's ethical and unethical ways to cheat.
Yes, it's a brilliant point.
It's really like, that I just don't want to know. I'm good.
Yeah, I think as a guy, if my wife did that, I probably wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say. I think that would just like, honestly, like I'm not a very insecure person. Like it wouldn't. I'd just be like, okay, that's fucking weird that you did that, and I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have an eye out for you a little bit now because like
Well, I can't trust you,
I
and then
can't
that's gonna put
trust you.
strain
But
on
I
our
wouldn't-
relationship.
I wouldn't like. I don't think I would divorce my wife over that.
Now, if you were the one who did it, would you tell them?
So I can't keep I can't keep a secret. Like, I don't do well with the secrets, and I don't do well with guilt, and I would have to tell them.
I just kind of picture you like committing an awful crime and just being like
Hey, guys.
at a police station, be like,
Yeah.
I'm so bad at lying.
Yeah,
Like,
No, you
like,
guys got
I just
me.
cannot keep secrets.
Yeah.
I literally be like the guy like 10 minutes in the day being like, I raped someone.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, you literally, all you
I'm-
said was like, oh, so like, where'd you go to school? Indiana. And I raped someone.
Yeah.
You got
All right.
me.
All right. You want me to say it?
The jig is up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, I actually have to ask about that guy. Just going back to him. So like, no second date?
no,
Or-
no,
it was just so.
Did he
it was just
text
too
you?
Yeah, he
much?
texted me them.
Did you respond
What'd
or
he
you
say?
just let it?
I ghosted.
Yeah. Now let's talk about that. Do you think that's like? Do you think ghosting's okay, or do you want the like?
No.
Do we want the truth?
I don't
No,
think
I
we
don't want
the
the
I
truth.
think,
I think
honestly,
ghosting's totally fine.
I think
Okay,
I want the
thanks.
truth. I think I want someone to be like, yeah, like I'm not
Yeah,
into
but
you.
we talk about this like a lot. Like if someone really likes you, sometimes it's like when people are like, "Oh, I don't understand." Like, "Oh, what happened?" It's like, how do I tell my friends this? He doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think we all need to be a little bit more mature about that feedback and not take it personally.
Yeah.
Like I think we all are like, oh,
Especially
you know, like,
after
it's
one
like,
date, he goes to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
get
like
over it.
there's also a million people, and a lot of them are losers. You might even thought that he was a loser, but if let's say that like you liked him, and he was just like, just not really seeing it. Personally, I would be like, okay, good. I don't have to even think about you anymore. I don't have to worry or think like, well, maybe they're in a movie, and that's why they're not texting me back.
Maybe
or
they're at a
something.
bar kissing their coworker.
Yeah, like I
That's
kind
true.
of like because then I can close the case and move on. Now the problem is that people are very like sensitive and they don't like to hear that people don't like them or that maybe there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
But like I went on many dates with girls and many girls did not like me, and I think I'm pretty cool. So
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like I think
That's why I don't think like feedback. Like I don't think like it even matters.
I think sometimes feedback. Well, it depends, like, because it's not all universal. What someone might not like about you, someone else might like about you.
Exactly.
So like, but like, I don't know, like I have some friends where like, you know, they got so nervous on dates that they would have to drink beforehand and they end up being drunk on every first date. Like some feedback like, hey, like don't be drunk on the first date is probably
Yeah, but that
good
also
feedback.
just sounds
I
like
don't know.
someone who's like not emotionally mature.
Yeah,
No offense.
Yeah, no.
But it also sounds like someone who like, needs to maybe do some work. on
Yeah,
themselves.
of
Oh,
course.
I'm kind of
of
thinking
course.
like I feel like I've been drunk on a lot of first dates.
Yeah, but you're a girl, it's cute and fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And we're talking
And
about
that
guys
makes sense.
here.
That makes sense
Okay.
why you'd be like
When
blackout
girls
on a
are-
date with a rapist.
Yeah. Like I
That's
was
how you find
you're
yourself
his
in that
type.
situation. Yeah. Girls being a little like tipsy for the date, cute.
'Kay.
Men being drunk, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah, you got a fucking problem.
Didn't you come from work?
And also, like, some of my dates are like coffee dates. I would like to clarify that.
Okay.
And you're
That's
drunk on
good.
those.
And you're drunk on those?
I'm not
11 a.m.
Yeah, well, that might be a problem.
I'm not talking about those. But question: would you rather? So, like, I feel like some of the feedback that, like, if a guy is asking for feedback, I'm like, you don't want to know what I really think. Like, I think like, oh, you, like, are not funny, or you like don't make that much money. You know,
Okay,
like,
this is
No,
actually
but that it would be good for society.
This was like a year ago, and this was a conversation they had on KFC Radio, and I thought it was so like I was kind of hoping someone would have my take.
KFC Radio?
Well, I saw the clip.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Anytime I see you on KFC Radio, and I'm not joking, anytime I see you on KFC Radio, I do watch because you're
that's so
content gold.
sweet. This is
But
what I feel
this
like.
was something they talked about on KFC Radio when like something happened with Billie Eilish, and she was like, women are so nice, and that's why like men are so lucky that women are so nice. And on KFC Radio they were like, women aren't nice, and they were like, I think like women are, and women aren't nice. I agree with them, but what I think Billie Eilish was trying to say was like, we can be even meaner than you fucking believe.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping someone would have this take, but like how would they know, you know what I mean? So like this isn't anything on their take. It was just that like they were like, women aren't nice, like women are mean, but like I think what Billie Eilish is trying to say, like we could
Eviscerate you.
I could
Yeah.
make you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and it's and I think it's because women, like beauty standards.
And by the
are
way, just by telling the fucking truth.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
not
think
even- you don't have to make
I think
anything
some
up.
of it's like beauty standards are really hard. Like like women get comments on their body since like literally as a baby, it's like those thighs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I just think like women are very hyper aware. We're like, we've experienced a lot of things. We have like high bars for ourselves. So like when we're being mean, like just like you have no idea.
we can unleash
Yeah.
it, and I get the guys could do the same.
No,
for
but
us.
just-
I don't know if they're as creative. I don't know
They're
if
not
they,
as creative.
No,
let me tell you
God,
something.
no.
They'll
They're
be
just
like,
not.
oh, your boobs are small.
They're like, you're a fucking slut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And that's all they
that's
have.
like
That's
all
all
they
they
have.
got in the chamber, by the way.
And-
That's
and,
it.
Yeah, you're a slut. Like, no, the things that I would say to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like would dig deep. That's so true.
Well, you were about to go into it though. You were about to like, what are some notes you would give a guy you want to date on? Like, you're not as funny as you think you are. You
Well,
bad
yeah,
teeth.
you're not as funny as you think you are.
That's a very common one.
like
You're like repulsive sexually. Like I have to, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things you
Yeah.
could say.
there's so many things, and even if it's like, I don't know, like, you just do cringe stuff, and like you're not self-aware enough
You're
to realize
embarrassing.
it. Like you're
Yeah.
embarrassing. Like all that. Like I could really go in on someone, but like I'm sure that they could go in on me too. But like one time I had a guy who's like in college, he was like begging me to tell him like what was actually wrong. I was like, oh no, it's not you, it's me. It's like whatever. And he was like begging, and I was like, seriously, you don't want to know. And like
my God.
it's just like it was
you
one of
end up
those
telling
things
him
that
or
like,
no?
like I think he got the point that I was just like, I don't want to know.
What was wrong
I
with
don't
him?
Like,
Yeah, what would it have been?
I just literally was like, it was kind of like what I said. Like he wasn't funny. Like he
Yeah.
just like wasn't like, he wasn't super cute. And then like he also just like didn't treat me well. And I was like, you can't.
Be all those things and not
like,
treat me well.
yeah, and like also not have money and like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
It's okay to be broke, but you like have to be a good. You
Yeah,
have to be,
like,
a
Well,
every
good
for
time-
every bad trait, there needs to be a positive one that cancels that out.
yeah. And then every time he didn't text me back, I'd be like, you're really like putting your fucking foot or whatever. You're fucking yourself over right now, because now that you're not texting me back, I'm hyper aware of how unfunny, how not rich, how whatever.
No, this is something like there was like this video, and it was like why girls break up with guys, because we ask you like can you do this, and then if like they can't do it, it's like all like if you fuck over a girl, now all of these other things that they overlooked, now they're like focused on. And it's
Yeah.
like, here's the deal is like I've dated many and ugly men, but like it didn't bother me that they were ugly until they like started doing something that really pissed me off, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and by the way, like your teeth are yellow.
yeah.
Or like if a guy wrongs you, like a girl will wrong you back 10 times more. Like when my high school boyfriend and I broke up, he like had sex with a girl that I was always like,
Shut up.
Oh.
so then I
That's
had
what I'm
sex.
saying. Like that, if you kiss that girl, like that's where it's like divorce.
Exactly. So then I had sex with his childhood best friend.
Okay, nice.
And then when he went back to college, he and I kept texting, and he was like, by the way, like, we're not, like, I don't want a relationship with you. And I was like, I'm only having sex with you to get back at your best friend. And
You
he
said that
goes,
to him?
Yeah. And he
That's
was
what
like,
I'm saying.
okay.
Like girls can be really fucking.
Yeah.
No way, Genevieve.
Duh.
Damn.
Like girls can fuck
Baddie.
the both of you. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And what did
Yeah.
you say to that?
He was like, oh.
He was like, sick.
And then he was like, you're not ever going to tell him that we did this, right? And I went, probably not.
Probably not. Well, that's the other thing with men
Did
is
you
that
ever tell him?
Not yet.
Oh.
that's the
Keep
other
it-
thing.
keep
Send him
it
the clip.
And
ready
this
to
is
go.
like with women too, is like there is like with like best friends, like sometimes one of them's interested in a girl, but they like haven't made moves yet, and then the best friend will make a move because it's almost like I did this first.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It happened to me. Like there have been times in my life where it was like, oh, ooh, something's going on with it, and like your friend will like be like swoop in really quick.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, say that one more time.
Where it's like, okay, so we're best friends,
Yeah.
and like you're kind of like, oh, Chris is kind of cute, and I'll be like, oh my god, yeah, he is, and then I'll swoop in and like, it's actually literally White Lotus.
No, I was just gonna say this
It's
is
literally
you
White
saying
Lotus.
White Lotus. I've had.
Has anyone given you feedback? Because someone has given me feedback. Me and Chris talked about it this weekend, actually.
Oh wow! Wait.
Oh
what
my
was your feedback?
god.
So in college, I was dating this guy,
Oh, I think-
and he was like, oh, like, I just like really enjoy dating you. Like you're just like so wonderful. You're so great. There's really like nothing about you that really bothers me like at all. Like, or no, he's like, is there anything about me like I could like improve for you? And I was like, no, like honestly, you're so great. And he was like, yeah. He was like, you're so great too. Like the only thing about you that really pisses me off is that you have like a terrible sense of direction.
Oh wait.
And then I was like, well, first of all, he is right. Like I'm always
Yeah.
lost. But then I'm
Yeah.
also like, but that's just like, and not to generalize about women, but like, okay, go date a guy then.
Yeah. No, literally, it's like.
So you're gay.
What do you want me to be a good driver too?
Wait, should I like, like, should I get a map?
Yeah.
Like, you want me to go get on MapQuest? Yeah. Oh, I have to be a good driver too? Okay, yeah, exactly. You're right.
Oh, so you like penis? Just say
Just
it.
say that you want to be a bottom. Get over it. Grow up.
That's so funny. That's some like
You
digestible.
gay as hell. Yeah.
F word.
Yeah.
That's some digestible feedback though. Like
But I don't know if it's anything that I could
bad.
improve. Well, the thing is that we were staying in this hotel for something, and every time we walked out of the hotel, I went the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay.
And he like started to
I
get
mean-
pissed off.
He still does that now. It'll be crazy because, like, you
Like
know,
we'll be walking home. Like I've lived in
Yeah.
the same apartment for 2 years. We'll be walking home from the apartment, and he'll
Like,
be
we'll-
like,
That's
we'll be like
crazy.
leaving the deli around the corner from our apartment. She'll go out and just go the. I'm like, you live that way.
yeah. It's the confidence in which you do it that
No,
probably
but-
is like.
And I know that Caroline would get there eventually.
It's
you
like
know?
when a dog like runs away from home, but they find their way back.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
me with directions.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
will find my way back.
Exactly.
Well, also it's like if I'm with somebody, like that's not my job. That's not my job.
Yeah.
To like.
That's and don't you want to be a man? Like don't. Well,
Yeah.
actually, but the thing about it is like Sacagawea did.
It's true.
Secretary did, but like
She's
I
a
don't
better
know,
With a
woman
baby,
than
by the way.
navigators?
What?
With a baby on her back.
She had a baby.
She had a baby during it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty like
Oh.
notorious that she
Put it
has.
on
She had a
her
water
back.
birth?
Yeah. I don't know how they had
she
it.
went like this.
She palmed it and was like, let's fucking go. Get on the come on, get the ropes. All right. We're climbing this mountain.
And we
all right?
and we call it Christopher Columbus Day?
Yeah, I know.
That's so
Sacagawea,
fucked
she-
up.
no, she like legit hiked through the Rocky Mountains, palmed a baby. All right. With a bunch
it's like how you
with
catch
a
like
bunch
a water
of
polo ball.
pasty ass white folk.
Yeah.
And was like, and they're all like, I'm cold. She's like, oh, I'm cold. Fuck you. Get over this rock.
That guy should date Sacagawea.
Yeah,
Literally, if that's what you want.
Sacagawea, very fun thing to say.
it is very fun. Great
thing to
name.
say.
Yeah.
Great
name.
name. And great brand name too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she really should have had like a line of compasses.
Wait, let's
Yeah.
look at pictures of her and see like what she
Yeah,
looked
can we
like.
find an actual photo?
Well, there was no photos back then.
Oh.
These are all. There was like paintings. Yeah, there's with the
Wait,
kid in her
that's
back.
her freaking baby. I never knew the thing about the baby.
That's yeah.
I
No.
actually feel like it's hard to find a picture of her without the baby, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Look at
about
her-
this
look at her.
baby.
This is where the two white guys. She's like, over there, you dumb fucks.
Yeah.
We're going this way.
Who
But
cried
she
more, the
also-
baby or the men?
Yeah.
Okay, now
literally.
this might make it a little more problematic, but I'm pretty sure, and you can look this up. She was like 14,
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
around 24 when she died. Oh, she died at 24.
Oh.
24 is crazy, but back then, like 24 was like
You
middle
made it pretty
aged.
far, yeah.
Yeah. When did she have? Okay, Lewis and Clark.
But they had a lot more time back then because they didn't have like smartphones or TikTok.
Yeah,
So like they had
were-
all the time in the world.
They were
they're
really
I'm
living
actually
every
done with
second.
this. Be
I
like,
think she had
That
the kid.
seems
I
wrong.
think she had the kid around 14. I'm just gonna say that.
So like what's your dream man or woman or
Or
They,
they
them.
Guys, I don't know. I've tried to think about this.
are they someone who like loves Barstool? Are they someone who
No. I do not like people.
Well,
Like, or
Let's start
so
with
flip that.
physical. Let's start with physical attributes. Are they tall? Or do you care about height?
I think that tall guys are obviously hot, but when I picture my future husband, I don't know why, but he's short.
Okay.
No, I think
Realistic.
that's fair. Yeah.
Because I feel like I just want somebody who's like like on my level, like
get
just
that.
like
Yeah.
we're on each other's same wavelength. I feel like tall men, it's just like I don't want you being too confident.
Exactly.
I want them being like a little like
Totally.
humble and like just kind of like we both got our insecurities, but we love each other.
Yeah.
All that. That's I don't know like why I just always picture like that as my future husband.
And by the way, I just want to say, there's like an untapped market of good men that are just not that tall. And I feel like a lot of women who may be a little bit taller are just totally not even factoring them in. Like,
Yes.
you wouldn't date a guy shorter than you, right? Well, I don't know how tall you are.
I'm 5'6".
Okay, so
Okay,
you
like
would
a
you would
5'8".
date like a 5'5"
Like the guy who I was in love with all of college was like 5'7". And I
Okay.
literally like had to like gaslight like he also like was not into me at all. But I like gaslit myself and I was like, it's actually like better because when we hug, like we align so much more perfectly. Like I literally was like
I mean, there's something to that, honestly.
yeah, actually
Yeah.
like I stand by it
makes
was like
sense,
literally
yeah.
like the best hug ever.
A really tall person and a short person hugging is the most awkward exchange.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm just like at your belly button. Like
Yeah.
so it's like again, height I realize like I will make excuses or not like that excuses need to be made, but I will I can see past anything.
Okay.
Now,
As long as like I
do
like
they
them.
have a certain career or like hobbies that they like?
Just successful. Like he doesn't have to make a lot of money because I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like I've always just had the mindset like I'll try and make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have that mindset too.
Yeah,
Like I'm going to make a lot of money, so like it's fine.
but I don't want him being a slob. I kind of
Yeah.
like date a lot of guys and then they like will lose their jobs, and that's like
Oh.
that's one
That
thing
could
about
also
me.
just
It's
be
like,
that's the sign
That
of
could just
if
be
you
the type of
do-
guys.
yeah.
it's the sign of a
that's true.
recession. All the men I'm dating are losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Because they're raping
Yeah.
Because
people.
all the
Yeah.
heroin addicts I'm dating are losing their jobs.
It's like really hard when you're addicted.
Have you thought about dating like kind of like maybe like an artsy guy or like somebody like
I just don't think that I'm artsy enough. Like I don't think like
Okay.
a brooding type is gonna want me, and I don't know if we're gonna align perfectly. So like
I don't think a brooding type. I think like an artsy guy with like a Brooklyn mustache who's
Yeah.
like a sweetie pie.
I love a mustache.
like a
bag.
sweetie pie.
Yeah.
Like no, yeah, because I've said this many times. The brooding type of guy like is just a man who's PMSing who needs to get his shit together. Like that's on you, sweetie.
Yeah.
That's not a personality type.
That's so true, and I don't want to deal with your emotions. I like honestly like Travis Kelce type is like.
And you can never
I
hug
love
them
a
because they have
mustache.
their film camera right here.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
like, they have their little like pouches. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's
whatever.
just like, girls, shut the fuck up. But like
Yeah.
a Brooklyn mustache, and he's an artsy guy, but he's just like a sweetheart. He's like vulnerable. He's like role
Yeah.
model or something.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, and he
He's
like,
a little gay.
A
he's
little
a little
bit.
bit.
Little gay.
I would
Maybe
say
he
this.
was gay at one point.
I would say this like you want them to be like 5% gay.
Yeah.
A
You
million
know?
percent.
Yeah.
I like, and I say
And
this,
as a blonde man, that's just the top of my head is the gay part for me, and then everything down is straight.
yeah, you want them like a little gay,
So they'll have good taste in music.
good taste in music, maybe some good style.
Yeah.
And then just most of all, just like don't be a loser. Just don't be a loser.
And that's
Yeah,
the hardest
Don't
really
rape.
part.
hard.
Honestly, just please don't get thrown out for raping people, and don't be addicted to heroin. And like, I'll probably still give you a chance even if you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's
But-
true.
but
and
I'm
that's
on my-
beautiful.
Yeah.
And that is really beautiful. Love is out there for you.
Love's out there
Just
for
so
you.
you know.
Oh wait, I also it didn't come in time because I didn't get expedited shipping, but I did get you a present.
Yeah,
What?
we did get you a present.
I got
yeah.
you a present and it didn't come in time, but I took
Can
a
you tell me what
screenshot
it
of
is?
So I heard that you just don't have a wallet.
Oh my god!
It's coming in a few days.
Like, but let's talk about that for a second. You don't have a wallet at all?
So this is like this was just a huge oversight on my part
That you don't have a
that I
wallet.
don't have a wallet, and I didn't realize like I needed a wallet.
And you've never had one.
And I've never had a wallet.
So what do you just have all your stuff loose?
But like in a purse. It would be
Okay.
in a bag.
So how about when you go to like the
Loose.
gym, you just bring a purse?
So I used to have a back of my phone case wallet.
Oh yeah,
Back
like
then. Now
you
I
put
have
a
all my
cards in there?
cards. But now it's like the only time I need an ID is like if I'm going to a bar, then I have a purse.
Okay.
So I have all my cards on my phone. So I don't really know.
Oh, you might not need this.
No. Sorry,
Return it. Return it.
But here's the thing. No.
What a waste of fucking money.
I actually.
You might not need this.
What's the
No,
refund
I
policy?
didn't pay for expedited shipping.
It feels so
Okay,
bad.
well,
Wait, you guys.
so we heard that you didn't have a wallet. I thought you were just walking around all loose with your cards and your money.
That's what they say when they
change.
say Jackie's a loose woman. They mean her
They mean
wallet.
the wallet. They mean the wallet.
So, Caroline, I had nothing to do with this. She got
Well,
you.
I can Venmo request you if you want to be a part.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
kidding.
can. You can please do.
Wait.
I got
this,
you a
this
wallet.
little wallet here.
It's cute. It's like denim.
Yeah.
it's Coach.
Well, yeah, but like Coach is like not that
Yeah,
exciting.
I know,
Yeah.
but like still, it's like a cutesy wallet.
It'll come in a few days. I'm really bummed out it didn't come because I wanted to give it to you.
Wait.
picture of it.
Okay, this is genuinely so sweet. Thank you so
Maybe
much.
we'll do a ceremonial one on Fishbowl.
And I
Yeah.
actually do like this weekend. I was hyper aware of all my loose cards and everything, and like it is.
She's
I'm
just
all
saying
of
that.
my looseness.
That's a
She's
lie.
trying to make me feel better.
Pulling this out of her ass.
I've been aware of
I
all my
swear to God.
looseness.
Because my friends will make fun of me because sometimes I'm always the last one to get into a bar because I'm like scrambling for my things, and like I just have never
Sure.
thought like wallet will solve my
A
problem.
Yeah.
wallet will solve your problem.
So I genuinely like. I'm
well, it's
so
like
grateful.
here on
Yeah.
Wednesday. I'll bring it to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Follow Jackie at Jackie Nichols.
Yeah.
Yep, Jackie.
Jackie
Well,
Nick-
J _
Everyone
Nicks.
who listens to this probably already follows you.
Yeah.
But
Where can we find
feel
you?
like
where can we find you?
Oh my god, you can find me on Instagram. I don't really like. You can honestly just like. I don't post that much on TikTok, but like maybe I will eventually.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You
Watch
do vlogs?
Watch Fishbowl, KFC Radio.
Watch KFC Radio.
Yeah, just Jackie Nichols YouTube
Yeah.
and yeah, all that. It has been such an honor. You guys are so fun. I'm literally such a big fan of the show.
That's literally so nice. You're the best.
Aw,
I think you guys
so
are
nice.
fucking hilarious together.
Thank you.
Truly.
Appreciate that.
Chris has got a show at the Gutter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Nashville April 11th and Charlotte April 13th.
Hold on. I have a headliner show in Brooklyn Friday, May 2nd. I'm also going to go on the road. I'm announcing dates. One I have right now is LA Thursday, June 22nd. I'm at the Improv Lab.
Oh.
So going to LA.
Oh, when I'm in Nashville, I'm at Zany's Lab.
Okay. And Caroline is going to be at do all your dates.
April 11th, the Lab at Zany's, Nashville. April 13th, Stage Shore Theater, Charlotte, North Carolina. April 8th, Deep Cuts, Medford, Massachusetts. May 29th, The Den, Chicago, Illinois. May 30th, The Royal, Toronto, Ontario. June 7th, Bottle Rocket, Pittsburgh.
Why are you doing your Siri voice?
I kind of like the cadence.
June 8th, City Winery, Philly. June 19th, Dudley Riggs, Minneapolis. June 21st, Vivarium, Milwaukee. June 22nd, The Magic Stick, Detroit.
Wow. What a tour.
So anyways,
Into it.
thanks.
Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe.
Wait, you guys are like so fun, such fun hosts.
Thank you.
Stop.
No, I'm not even trying to hype you up. Like that was like so fun. You guys made it so easy. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was nervous.
We'll leave this
Aw.
all in.
All right, let's end the podcast with just another fun little improv game.
Another fun little
Okay.
improv game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the one who doesn't know who they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Ding dong.
Oh, hey, come on in. Wow.
Hey.
Oh, wow, you're shorter than I expected.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
But like the ponytail adds some height.
I didn't
Ariana
expect
Grande.
you to come
God
over.
damn, why did you say the ponytail?
I knew that. I'm sorry. That was crazy.
Well,
I feel
You gotta
bad.
spoon feed it. Gotta spoon-
I walk in and she goes, wow, how was your concert in Manchester?
I am.
Where's the green one?
So sad.
You're like, oh my
Ariana
god.
Grande.
You're like, oh my god, I can't believe
R.I.P.
you dated
Mac
Mac Miller,
Miller.
then he died. I can't believe
Yeah.
you did that.
Was
That
Pete
was
Davidson's dick
crazy.
really that big?
Yeah. No, I think it
know.
was good to end on that terrible
Okay,
one.
okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.